Hello and welcome back to Harriet's Custom Computer Art Plus. In the previous tutorial I showed you how to design a box like this. This is a smaller one. This is the 6 by 4 inch. So now that I've shown you how to design your own template, I want to show you some of the different ways you can decorate them for different occasions. For this one I wanted to make a little Easter box and make it look like an Easter basket. So now I'm just going to rescore these lines. I picked this up. This is actually for I think sculpting clay, but I like these because it gives you a finer point rather than this wide point where you have to line it kind of offset. So by me using this smaller one, and I got this at the dollar store, I think, either the dollar store or Michael's. Actually, the dollar store has plastic ones, and that one works just as well. I did get this one at Michael's, and I think this one was $2.99. So I'm just going to run it down my creases a couple of times just to make sure that that crease, once I fold it, will be nice and sharp and also easy to fold. However you want to design yours, you can. I just showed you the most basic way in the tutorial so that you can make your template, and then once you make your template, you're set with that for life. You can use it over and over again for all different occasions and just make your decoration however you'd like, however fancy or plain. You might just want to use the box by itself. I like adding a little extra pizzazz, so that's why I have some of these other pieces that I've cut out to go with it. I'm also going to be making an extra large one as a graduation box. So with graduation season coming up, I'm in California, so our grads are not graduating until May, or the end of May or June, so we have a little more time here. Some areas, of course, they graduate earlier, so you'll have to get started right away. So first of all, this is my front piece, and this is the back. These are the sides, and this is the top and the bottom of the box. And if you wanted to make it without reinforcing it, you just once you close this, you could hot glue this the bottom closed so that it will stay closed when you have your items in it. So let's get started making the box. So first thing I want to do is decorate my the front of my box. The back of the box is going to be plain. As you can see, this is the fully printable box. I like making my own boxes so that I can print directly on the box, and I think it comes out much better like that. It's less work. You don't have to, put on extra panels unless you just want to. And so now I'll just show you how I put this one together. I made this extra little piece because I wanted to give it a two-tone effect, like kind of like it was 3D, have this standing out. So actually I have to grab something right quick. I need to grab my tape, my foam tape squares, so that I can have it raised off of the front of this box. So first I'm going to go ahead and attach that by taking one of these, and I'm going to put it on the back of the bunny so I can see right where I'm putting them. And if you want it to stand out, like I think I want it to stand out double, so I'm going to double up on these pieces. Instead of just having one, I'm going to have two stacked on top of each other, and that'll give it more depth. So I don't have to use these whole. I can cut them in half, and I think I'll do that for the next one. I'll go ahead and leave that one and put an extra one there. But for the next one, I'm just going to cut. I can cut it at an angle that'll give it a little more area. And I'm just going to put these, I don't need it that high because my bunny's going to be kind of low, just his head will be sticking up. And then I'm going to take that paper off. Each side, good grief, now it's sticking to me. I had some acrylic nails put on, and I hate acrylic nails. I hate wearing them because I like to craft a lot and they get in my way. I see some people who can look great with them and still decorate, but it's too cumbersome for me. Plus I'm always on the computer and it makes it a lot easier if I don't have the nails. But I had them put on for a wedding and they're taking forever to come off. I've done everything I can to get them to come off. So far, no luck. Alright, so I'm going to put another one on top of there. And you can put 2 layers, you can put 3 layers, however far you want it to stand out. You can just put as many as you want. I really wouldn't put over 3 though, because that might make it stand out a little too much and look more fake than 3-dimensional. So just going to finish putting these on. One right here. And put one on top of here. I gotta make sure that I stay on the camera. I sometimes get so engrossed in what I'm doing, I pull my hands out of the camera view. So I want to try to make sure you can see what I'm doing. And I think I'm going to use maybe one more to keep this standing out. Alright, so I'm just going to cut another one in half at a diagonal, a diagonal angle, so that it gives it more surface to stick. So I'll take this one and I'll put it here. And now I'm just going to make sure all those are uncovered. And then I'm going to put my little 3-dimensional bunny, or full 3-dimensional bunny on there. Make it appear like it's standing out. If I can get these off. Okay. So I designed this to put it on this side. So I'm just going to flatten that out and then put this on. And what I can do, I can push it in a little bit, not a lot, but push it in a little bit, and that will give it a little more depth even. So I think I'll do that. If it wants to cooperate with me, that is. So yeah, I don't know if you can get that effect where you see it's standing out some. I'm not sure if it's coming across in the video, but it looks great right here. So I'm going to go ahead and press that on all the areas that I want it affixed. Over here, I didn't want that part to stick, because that's going to go with my box. So now I'm ready to put on the sides of my box. Put this away. And now I left the flaps on this side so that I can attach the box here. And then these are going to be the closures so that the box, the bottom of the box and the top of the box stay closed. So now I just need to, I'm probably going to cut that away a little bit with some scissors just so I can get it out the way. I didn't want it to go that far over. So just take some of that away, and now I have, make sure I'm putting my big flap at the top. I'm going to take my tape roller, and hopefully it won't be running out of tape before I finish this. And I'm just going to put a few strips of tape just to keep that in place. And now I'm going to line up the side of my box right here, so that it's going to make a perfect corner. And that looks about right. And I'm just going to press that into place. And that makes my first corner. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Run some more tape. I want to run one as close to the edge as possible so that it will make my corner crisp. And then just run a few more. Maybe I'll put 2 there just to make sure it holds on tight. And then once again, remember to put your large flap at the top and line that up with your corner. Oops. So that your box will be perfectly square. Make sure that I have that all the way down. If you move down a little bit, that looks good. And then you're going to press that one on really good. So we're just about done with this box. It doesn't take very much. Now we just need to put on our box flaps. Now I have my the rear piece, and that has the flap so that I can attach it to my top. So I'm just going to put that on the same way I did before. I'm going to run my tape down there a couple of times. There. Put a little extra on this one because this is the main part of the top. And then I'm just going to line this up just like I did with the other sides. Take it all the way to the corner on both sides and press it into place. And I'm going to do that on both sides. I'm going to take this other one by adding some tape once again. And I'm just going to line that up with this one. Press that on. Now we're ready to glue both of the sides on or tape. So I'm going to do that now. Now that I have this one all prepared, you want to make sure that when you glue on this bottom section, you're going to turn this top the opposite of that top. So I already applied some glue, and I'm just going to stick these in the corner, line them up, and press them in place. Now I'm going to add some glue to this side, and then I'm going to press it into place. Make sure you line it up so that it's squared off. Tape gives you a little time to make adjustments. So once you make that adjustment, so your box should look like this. I'll turn it over with the bunny side up. Your box should look like this, a flap going in each direction. And now you're just going to close up your box. push in your two flaps, push in these two flaps, and close your box. And you're going to do the same at the top. You fill your box, put these two flaps, and there you have a completed Easter box. Now, I'm going to put, you could put either one of these handles on, or one in the front, one in the back to give it the full look. So I'm just going to put the one in the front. I'm going to put these two together to reinforce it and just put it in the front so it'll give that impression that it's a full Easter basket. So I'm going to roll all the way around so I can join these two pieces. Actually, in order to make them stronger, I think I'm going to use hot glue as well. So let me get glue stick in here. Because when you use hot glue, it makes your bun more sturdy. It makes it not so flimsy. So I'm going to go ahead while this is hot and add this side on to the other side, just like that. And then I guess I'll use some more hot glue. I'll open my box back up and use some more hot glue to just hot glue these. I made it to fit perfectly in my box. So I'm just going to put some hot glue here and here so that I can stick it to the front of the box. And it's only going to take a little dot, not a whole bunch, just enough to make it stick. So I'm going to put that in there and press it on each side. And that makes a cute little Easter box to fill with your treats. And pull off the strings. And there you have a cute little Easter box to fill with some Easter treats. That turned out very cute, and it has that little 3D appearance.